Hello everyone, welcome to SCI-EASE. In the last video, we discussed about the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Here, in this video, I am going to discuss the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. First of all, we should know the names of some metals. I have told you that there are many metals, approximately 118 elements in the periodic table. This you will study in your higher classes. But out of them, only 22, they are non-metals and the remaining are metals. So, metals, I told you that they are hard, malleable, ductile, sonorous, good conductor of heat and electricity. In the same way, I told you about the physical properties of non-metals. So they are non-metals, all the gases, oxygen, nitrogen, okay, they are all non-metals. Then phosphorus, sulfur, carbon, that is a non-metal. We will come across these non-metals while I will teach you the chemical properties. That is why I am telling you the names of non-metals as well as metals like magnesium, calcium, sodium, potassium, and so on. We will study about them also. The reactions of the metals with air, water, acids, that we will discuss in the chemical properties. So, first is the reaction of metals. I am first discussing the metals and side by side I will discuss the reaction of oxygen with non-metals. This is the reaction of metals with oxygen. All of you must have seen that the iron objects, they get rusted. Jang lag jata hai. Okay? Why? Because when iron comes in contact with the air, and that air, that should be moist air, means there must be some moisture or water vapors present in the atmosphere. So during rainy season, that rusting, that takes place because lot of humidity is there in the atmosphere. So when this iron, Fe, its symbol is Fe, it reacts with oxygen and water. What will be the result? Iron oxide that will be formed. Iron oxide. And what is its formula? Its formula is Fe2O3. And this is nothing else. It is the rust. So rust that is formed when iron object or iron metal that comes in contact with moist air. Moist means it reacts with oxygen plus water. This will result in the formation of iron oxide having formula Fe2O3, which is a rust. Other metals, you must have seen magnesium ribbon. If you have visited your chemistry lab, that strip, that ribbon, you can say magnesium ribbon, first we are to clean it by sandpaper and then burn it in air. Burn it in air. What will be the result? The streaks, white streaks, they will be formed, and then oxide of magnesium, which is in the form of the ash. You can collect the ash in the wash class. So the result will be magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide is formed having formula MgO. Okay? and it is in the form of ash, white ash, that is formed. So first I will perform certain activities in order to conclude that what type of the oxides are magnesium oxide or iron oxide. For this, first we will take this rust in the test tube, put some water in it, shake it well. What you will observe that the rust will remain suspended in it, but this water that has turned reddish in color. Okay, that has turned reddish in color. Now take that solution, take that water in another test tube and put blue litmus to it. What will be the result? There will be no effect on the blue litmus paper. Now put red litmus paper in it. What will you observe? That this has turned blue. Means here, in case of iron oxide, red litmus, this is a test for it, that will turn blue. So what type of the oxide is this? If red litmus that turns blue, this is the basic oxide. This means this iron oxide is the basic oxide. In the same way, you take this ash, magnesium oxide, again in the test tube, put some water to it, and then again take blue litmus paper and put it in the test tube. What you will observe? There will be no change in the color of the litmus paper. Now put red litmus paper to it. What will you observe? Again the red litmus paper that will turn blue. So magnesium oxide is also the basic oxide. Now I will take some other example also. You must have seen that when copper vessels, they are exposed to moist air, it acquires a dull green coating. Okay? When you wear this copper ring also or copper bracelet and keep it for some days, what you will observe? That there is the greenish mark below the finger, this ring. Why? Because when copper metal that is exposed to the moist air, it acquires a dull green coating. Why? Now I will tell you that in atmosphere, which gases they are present? Oxygen is present, nitrogen is present, even the carbon dioxide in very small amount that is also present, water vapors are there. So this is when copper reacts with moist air, you can say moist air. Why moist? Because of the presence of the water vapors. And air contains carbon dioxide and oxygen. What will be the result? CuOH whole twice, that is copper hydroxide, plus CuCO3, that is copper carbonate, that will be formed. Or you can say this is basic copper carbonate that will be formed. Okay. Now, we have performed the test for this iron and magnesium, whether they form the basic or the acidic oxide. So, when red litmus paper that is put in the solution containing this ash or magnesium oxide, the result will be red litmus. It turns blue. Okay. So, we can conclude from this that metallic oxides are dash in nature. That is, they are basic in nature. They all form the basic oxides. So, I have told you about the metals. Now, I will tell you about the non-metals, that what type of the oxides non-metals form. Now, we will study the reaction of non-metals with oxygen. I told you the names of some of the non-metals like sulfur, phosphorus. So here we will take sulfur. When sulfur reacts with oxygen, this will result in the formation of sulfur dioxide. What is formed? Sulfur dioxide. You can give this reaction like this. Sulfur plus oxygen forming sulfur dioxide. Okay. Now, when we dissolve the sulfur dioxide in water, some acid, that is sulfurous acid, is formed. Sulfurous acid is formed. The reaction for this is sulfur dioxide plus water forming sulfurous acid having formula H2SO3. You can write this word equation in the form of simple equation, that is sulfur dioxide plus water forming sulfurous acid. So this is an acid. Okay. Now you know that acids turn blue litmus to red. Now put the blue litmus paper in sulfurous acid. What you will observe? That it will turn red. And if you put red litmus paper into this acid, what will be the result? There will be no change in the color of red litmus paper. So, oxides of non-metals are basic or acidic? They are acidic in nature. So here, while studying about the reaction of oxygen with metals and non-metals, one thing we have observed, that metals form basic oxides. Metals form basic oxides and non-metals, they form acidic oxides. So this is the difference between metals and non-metals. Now, we will perform one activity. We will take sulfur powder in a deflagrating spoon. That spoon is in the lab. The spoon is like this. This is a lower part of the spoon, and then this, it is like this. You take the sulfur in deflagrating spoon. If that is not available, you can have the cap of any, metallic cap of any bottle, and then tie up the wire to it. Now take sulfur powder on this deflagrating spoon, and then burn it. Burn the sulfur in air. What you will see, that some gas that will be formed. Now put this deflagrating spoon while the gas is evolving, then put it into the gas jar and close the lid. After some time, what you will observe, that the gas jar that will be filled with some gas. Now remove the deflagrating spoon and cover the lid, cover the gas jar with the lid. Now put some water into it and shake well that gas jar. What you will see that when sulfur dioxide that reacts with water, it will result in the formation of the sulfurous acid. So when we put blue litmus paper in the gas jar, what you will observe that will turn red. And when we put red litmus paper to it, then there will be no change in the color of the red litmus paper. So what we conclude from this, that metals, they form basic oxides, and because it's an acid, and non-metals, they form acidic oxides. So hope this point, very important point, very important difference between the metal and non-metal, that is clear to you. I will come in the next video and I will tell you about how metals and non-metals, they react with water. Till then, thank you very much.